Hi guys, welcome back. This is now issue 122 of Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. Okay, so I'm pleased to say that there are a few more parts than last week, so there should be a little bit more building to do this week. However, until we've cracked it open, I don't actually know. So without further ado, let's go down, check off the parts and see what we're up to. Okay, so here we go, this is 122. As you can see, there is a few more parts in here, so hopefully we've got a bit more to actually assemble this week. Last week I think was a record. For the shortest DeLorean video, or one of the shortest. I think there was actually another one, wasn't there, that was really short. Okay, so issue 122. We're going to receive 3 vanes for the left exhaust cowl, plus a connecting cable and fixing screws. Okay, so let me crack this open. I'll get my parts tray out, and then we can have a look and see what we've got. So we've got top vane, which is marked 1. Yeah. So if I zoom in a little bit, you see it's just got 1 just up in that top corner. So that's vane 1. Middle vane marked 2, and that's got 2 written on it. And then lastly we've got the bottom vane, which is marked 3. We've got a cable, which is this one here. Very similar to what we had in last week's issue, except they're both straight connectors on each end. There's no curves in any of them, so I'm just going to pop that in there. And then we've got some NP screws, which we've got 10 of, so I'm just going to pop them in there. And then we've got 3 FP screws, but in my case I've actually got 4. So they've sent the spare. I'm just trying to turn that round. There we go. There we go. And it might help if I adjust the focus for you. Right, okay, so the first step is to identify the 3 exhaust cowl vanes. Obviously we've got 1, 2 and 3, so that's all good. Put the first vane in place in the cowl and fix with 2 NP screws. So this is the cowling we need from last week. And with number 1, that is just going to slide in like so, and then we can line up the screw holes. So I'm not sure you'll be able to see that, but you can just line up those screw holes inside. Now there are little ledges on here to help keep that in place, so the best thing to do is push it in and then just push it upwards. It'll rest on those tabs, and they're lined up. So we're then going to fix that in with NP screws, and I need to change my screwdriver head because NP are quite small. Okay, and then carefully holding that in place. It might be best if I lay it down. Hold that in place, and then I'm going to put one in. Just a little bit of the way, because I still want some movement. I'm just going to bring you in a little bit. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So I've got the 1 screw in. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to be doing the same on the other side as well. So I'm actually going to go opposite on the other side. So I'm going to do this one up here. I'm going to line that up. Yes, because that was completely out of line. Again, I'm not going to tighten that all the way, that's still loose. And the reason for doing, I mean, it's best to do it that way because then you know it's straight, and then you know the screws aren't going to go in an angle. So as on this side already, I am just going to put the other side in, and then turn this over, and then finish the first side we started. Once that's in, I'm then going to just nip them up. Now this plastic is really fragile, so I'm literally going till the screwdriver wants to stop. There we go, that's not going anywhere. So that is the first one installed. And then, yep, you guessed it, we're going to do the same for 2. So again, I'm going to push that in, line the holes up, and then with an MP screw, I'm going to start off this side, get one started, and then I've pushed it in a little bit too far. Brilliant, that's caught. Then I'm going to go on to the other side, just to make sure that's lined up. And as you can see, it's completely skew-F. So that's why it's best to do one side then the other, because then you know it's definitely in line, and then I can continue with the remaining 2 screws. And then I'm just going to nip them all up. Okay, and then we're going to do the same again with number 3. Except number 3, we only want 1 screw because there's only 1 hole left. So the same as all the others, and also there is no sort of tab on this to keep it in line. So you need to be extra vigilant about obviously lining the screw hole up. So that is one end, and then I'm going to do the final side. Brilliant. Okay, so obviously there's nothing keeping that in place at the moment. However, there is still a screw hole, so it could be a case that we fit something on later on, or that's made for adjustment. I don't know, but they're as tight as I want to go with them. Okay, and that is what we have. Okay, so the next step is to find this single hole just here, and then we're going to push the pipe into the side like so. Okay, and then this is where we need the reactor platform now. So we're now going to fit this to the reactor platform, and it's going on the left hand side. So we're just going to pop that in, and in doing so we obviously want to line up the pipes So we need to line up the pipes and line up the platform as well. Okay, so it's not the best fit. Yeah, it's not the best fit in the world, because this is still a little bit loose. So I may have to touch that up with a little bit of glue. Let me just have a look. Yeah, might need a little bit of glue for that side, because that isn't staying in. It's not a very nice fit, if I'm honest. But we can work that out in a moment. So with that in, we then want to put 3 of the FP screws in from underneath. So I'll do that now. Either way, the cowling is in the correct place. So it's just a case of that top pipe doesn't seem to be the best fit. So I'm just going to carefully turn that over, and we've got 3 screw holes, 1, 2 and then 3 here. So I'm just going to start off with that one. One in that one. I'm just going to start them off. And then lastly the one at the back. And then I'm just going to tighten those up. There we go. And that pipe has slipped out again. Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like that pipe isn't long enough. But the other ones seem to be okay. They're perfect. It's just this one here. It's just like it's slightly too small. Right, what we'll do is we'll glue that in a moment. I'm so fussy about it, you know. I just like it all to be good. But you can see with that, if that's in place, you can see there's a massive gap coming into this one here. Unless I can adjust this box, if I can loosen that off. Can I twist that a bit? No, that's just sitting where it wants to sit. Okay. That's enough of that one. So next we have to push the wire shown into the last remaining hole in the back of the reactor cowl. So that is the let me see. I think it's this black cable here that we had. So that's just going to be pushed into the back of the cowling. Brilliant. Like so. I like that. That sits nicely. And then this pipe at the front here that we attach to the side of the cowling, I'm going to use my tweezers for this, I think. And them. I was so tidy as well. Where did I put them? I was using them earlier, so they can't have gone too far. Right, okay. Okay, let's settle for these ones. So, anyway, with a pair of tweezers, I like the other ones because they're pointy, see. We're just going to pop that down into that platform there. You can just see, just at the front there. And I'm really happy with that. That's gone in really nicely. Okay, so that is it for this issue. So just off camera there, I did glue that pipe into place. It's not perfect, but it's okay. And I've just knocked that out as well because I moved that when I started gluing. Yes, that's all back together now. So yeah, quite a nice issue. So it's a shame about the parts not quite matching up. I'm not going to get another issue over it. It's probably, I don't know, it'd be interesting to know if anyone else's is the same. So that top pipe going into the back of the cowling there, is that too short for you as well? You know, I've double checked the pipes and they are in definitely the right places from the previous issue when we installed them. So yeah, I think it's just one of those things. Yeah, so that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe. If you wish to buy me a coffee, there's a link in the description below. Also, you'll find my Amazon wish list as well if you want to support me a different way. So yeah, until next week, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.